Periyava Sharanam, Experiences with His Holiness, narrated by K. Rajaram, former Minister, Government of Tamil Nadu, compiled by T.S. Kodandarama Sharma. The spiritual light to whom the world bows in reverence. Saluting Kanchi Mahaswamigal once more on this holy day of the 110th Jayanti of Kanchi Sri Mahaswamigal, I bow to him again and write about some of the amazing experiences relating to him so that today's younger generation can know more about him. Before I write about my devotion to him, I would like to share with you what Thiru G. Parthasarathi, a respectable gentleman whom I moved with, told me after having a darshan of Sri Mahaswamigal. Thiru G. Parthasarathi was the Indian ambassador to the United Nations. He was the government advisor when Srimati Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister. Whenever he visited Tamil Nadu from Delhi, he never missed going to Kanchi and having darshan of Sri Maha Periva. Every time he went, Sri Maha Periva conversed with him for over half an hour. What was surprising about it was that he used to speak about events of the world that occurred till the date of their meeting. He would also advise the diplomat on how our country should conduct itself in the global scene. Thiru G. Parthasarathi has described to me those details with surprise. I have many times heard him speak his wonder and appreciation for the nuances of knowledge displayed by the sage. We have both wondered about the innate divinity of Sri Maha Periva. When I went to have darshan of him one day, he was sitting in his palanquin. I went and sat before him. At that time, I was having ministerial responsibilities. I had been elected to the assembly from the Panai constituency. There is a village named Uttama Cholapuram in my constituency. It is located on the banks of river Tirumani Muttaru. The Karaipuranatha Swami temple is there in that village. That was Cheranadu. It was in that temple that Avvayar conducted the marriage of the benefactor king Pari's daughters Angavai and Sangavai. Avvayar had sent tidings in a palm leaf that the Moovenders come over and attend the wedding. Bowing to her order, the Chera, Chola and Pandya kings arrived and blessed the couples. This is not a legend but history. Mahaswamigal came to Salem from the city of Kovai, Coimbatore, on foot. Uttama Cholapuram is on the way. Opposite the road is the Shiva temple built by Uttama Chola, located on the banks of Tirumani Muttaru. I contested for the first time in the Panai constituency in the by-election. It was my custom to pray to Shiva in the temple, who has a special name, Karaipuranatha, before I went for canvassing votes from the public. When Mahaswamigal arrived on the road before the temple, the Shivacharyas there received him with Purna Kumbham honors and invited him to visit the temple. Raising his head a little, Mahaswamigal looked at the temple. At that time, the temple did not have a Gopuram. He said, "You build a Gopuram for the temple. I shall come later." Receiving only the Purna Kumbham honors, he continued his yatra on foot. I had not known this news for many years. The temple Shivacharyas told me the news when I won the election for the second time and went around the place. For me, it was a great disappointment that Mahaswamigal went away without visiting the holy temple in my constituency. Thinking of finding out the reason from him, I asked him a naive question. "Why did you not visit the temple in my constituency?" I had the wonderful opportunity on that day to learn about the power of his memory. He asked, Uttamachorapuram is your constituency? I had not told him the village name, and it was many years since he passed that place. I was sitting before him, struck with wonder. It has no Gopuram. Why don't you build one? He said. Mahaswamigal had given the directive. I took leave of him with firm intention of completing the task. From Kanchi, I went straight to the home of Thiru K.S. Narayanan, whose venture was the India Cements Company. He told me that he would talk to the company administrators and get me the required number of cement bags. I had to catch a person who would meet the expenses. I contacted Thiru Kailasa Goundar of Erode, Executive Director of Aruchelvar Thiru Mahalingam's company. He gave me his full consent for the commitment. When I was thinking of a good form for the Gopuram, I knew about the Nangavalli temple tower. I went and saw that Gopuram with friends. It was very well built. I arranged with that Stapati builder to construct the Uttamachorapuram temple tower. Somebody should do the administration of all this work. I asked Thiru R. Jayakumar to be the head of the temple construction committee, and he agreed. At that time, Thiru Ramaswamy Udayar was constructing the Ramachandra Medical College in Porur. I came to know that he had brought teak wood from Rangoon for the construction. I went to him to enquire about the wood needed. He said, whatever extent of wood you need for the doors, you can saw it off from my stock. I shall send it through my own lorry. A door measuring 12 feet in height was made. To be continued. Periyava Sharanam.